Hello and welcome to The Hero's Word. I'm Andre, and today I'm going to talk about an issue that has been plaguing me for quite some time, and if you're a longtime comic fan, it's probably been on your mind too. That's the issue of numbering in comics. Are comic numbers hurting your collection or your desire to collect?
Someone has mixed an Amazing Spider-Man in with the Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man series. This will not stand.
Because I know as a retailer, it's definitely having an impact on our sales. I think both the two big companies, Marvel and DC, are struggling to actually do anything with their numbering system. Both companies are constantly rebooting, restarting, adding numbers, coming up with whole new numbers, and just making it a whole confusing ordeal. So let's talk Marvel first.
You read these in your spare time? Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan. You do know they're all bullshit, right?
They are starting with their brand new fresh initiative, and before these books kick over to a new #1, they are going to reach some milestone issues. Captain America's going to hit 700, Iron Man's going to hit 700, but both of these books are going to be rolling back to #1. How do you claim the prestige and the longevity of such a high number if you constantly want to go back to #1? Which one is it? Is a #1 more important to you, or is the plateau of issue 500 important to you? Because as it is right now, that milestone issue really doesn't have a lot of impact if you're just going to start #1 in a couple of months. So let's talk DC.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Dressed like a bat.
I've come to talk with you.
You're out of your mind, Bruce Wayne.
They are no less guilty than Marvel. They've got a super big milestone coming up in Superman Action Comics 1000. Now, they've only rebooted Action Comics once during the New 52. It actually went to #1, but with the rebirth, came back to its regular number, and it will be continuing on with 1001, 1002, and so forth. But what does the pedigree really mean anymore? Is 1,000, 700, 600 a milestone worth going for if they're going to constantly reboot and renumber? Justice League, renumbered at #1 in the New 52, renumbered at #1 in Rebirth, and getting renumbered again in a couple of months because of a new creative team. Yes, this will push sales. Yes, a couple more people will join, pick up the book, but they're picking it up because of the creative team, not the number. A number never dissuaded somebody from collecting a book, but it has persuaded some people to just stop. Old-time collectors look at that as a fantastic point to stop collecting their favorite superhero or title. And I don't blame them for doing that. You want your collection to go forward. You want your collection to be continual. But you can't keep having different #1s. And then Marvel does stuff like Deadpool 900. Well, how did you get there? Did you add up every limited series? What order does a collector put that in? But I would like to pitch a suggestion. I think this would work out for all the comic companies. Put a date on your comic books. Yep, this is Spider-Man, April 2018. Next month will be Spider-Man, May 2018. So if anybody's looking for these books, they just come in and say, hey, I need the May or the April issue. They don't have to figure out if it's the legacy numbering, if it's a new #1 numbering, if it's got both numbering, if it's a limited series. Guess what? That works for lots of things like magazines, newspapers, a whole ton of them. Yeah, maybe you won't sell as many new #1s, but maybe that doesn't matter anymore. You guys should be consistently working towards putting out the best content, not trying to artificially bump sales by saying it's a new #1, new collector's edition, new this, new that, when really it's not, and you're just going to revert to the legacy number when the book hits that milestone. So, Marvel and DC, I'm looking at you. Try something truly new. Try something that is going to probably work for a whole bunch of collectors and readers and just people who want to read a good story. Don't get hung up on the number. Just keep the stories going, keep making your readers happy, and they'll follow you wherever you go. I'm Andre, and that's the Hero's Word. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the two that Uatu the Watcher has selected. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.